Our Terry Miners is here in studio with us talking today as we continue our coverage on what could be next for the University of Louisville following allegations of this bribery scheme involving a recruit. And Terry, on your radio show yesterday, you had Dick Vitale on. Dick Vitale, one of the few people to speak to Rick Pitino. What did Vitale tell you about that conversation?
He said he talked to him yesterday earlier, and obviously it sounds very rough for him. Vitale said he first left him a message and said, "You need to resign," when all this came up. It's just over. And then ultimately the two of them got on the phone and talked, and he just said, obviously it's very rough for him, but he affirmed, he said, "Hey, we're friends forever, but too much has happened. You need to step aside."
So did he say that Pitino denied being involved in this alleged scheme?
Oh, yeah. He said that he has not done anything wrong. And this whole issue of who is coach to, they're almost saying it's like that's irrelevant because there are phone calls, and the phone calls could be about anything. You and I talked on the phone yesterday, so my phone records show Renee Murphy, but that doesn't mean we did something criminal. I mean, I think is the message that they're giving is just because we had phone contacts between Adidas and Rick Pitino or Coach 2, does not mean anything illegal or inappropriate was happening.
And have you talked to Rick Pitino?
It's been a few days. I talked to him over there in the next studio over on Great Day Live, before I went on the air, and he was fine. And then the sledgehammer came down 45 minutes later, and we've been texting back and forth since then. He told me on the afternoon of Tuesday, quote, "I don't know what the hell's going on." And then the next day, he was texting me about some other issues. He wants to keep helping the team. And then yesterday when I texted him, "Are you coach too?" his answer was, "You better call my lawyer."
Wow. So what do you take away from all of this? You've had Coach Pitino on your show so many times and talked to him. You talked to him probably more than any other media outlet. But what is your takeaway from this?
I'm worried for him because I know how much he loves the team and the school. We've talked about a million things over the years. I can't imagine that he would be part of this routing of the money. But I'm not there. I'm not on the phone. I can't take someone else's inventory on this. It's just that I know he's crushed, and for his career to wind down this way is devastating.
And I knew we have a clip of him on your show back over the summer where he was talking about landing the recruit Brian Bowen, and we want to listen to what he told Terry Miners then.
Well, we got lucky on this one, Terry. The story goes, I had a AAU director call me and said, "Would you be interested in a basketball player?" And I said, "Who?" And I said, "Yes, I saw him against another great player from Indiana." And I said, "Yeah, I would be really interested." But they had to come in unofficially, pay for the hotel, pay for their meals, and we spent $0 recruiting a five-star athlete who I loved when I saw him play.
Clearly, I didn't induce any conversation about the monies being spent, but he just offered that up. And so a lot of people are pointing to that saying, why would he even say that? It's like he's saying in advance, we didn't spend any money. And it was a peculiar thing to say, but that does not make it illegal or wrong.
Did it seem odd to you at the time?
No, because we do talk about different things, personally and then on the air. And so it's hard for me to sort of unscramble all those things, but I just never got the feeling from our conversation that anything illicit had happened. I thought that's what he said. I was the luckiest I've ever been in 40 years.
We want to ask you too, we know that the interim coach and interim AD may be announced this afternoon. Who are you hearing the picks could be? I
know David Padgett was in the office of the president, Greg Postal, yesterday. So I personally hope it is Padgett. He's just been a phenomenal guy. He transferred here from Kansas as a player, and he's so good with the players. And I hear that the players at U of L have let the administration know, I don't know on what level, but saying we won't play for anyone other than David Padgett.
All right. Thank you very much, Terry. Thanks for waking up with us early this morning. And I know you'll be following this today, and so will we.